Hey, everybody, and welcome to the first live stream of 2021 for Fangirl Magazine. I'm your host, Jessica Dwyer, and with me is Barb Breeze.
Hey,
I don't know where she got on this. And we are going to talk Kong versus Godzilla.
Hell yeah.
We're going to talk Monsterverse. We're going to talk just about this entire amazing franchise that has been created by Legendary and Toho coming together and making these amazing kaiju movies, or Titan movies, if you will. And before we do that, though, I have to bring up the loss that we had today in the world of entertainment, which really, really hit me hard. I knew it was coming, but it's very sad, and that is Cloris Leachman passed away in her sleep at the ripe old age, I believe, of 94. So you can't really, say that she didn't live a life. She did, and I got to give props where they're due, because if you have seen this film that is hilarious and awesome called Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, with her in it, she bites a teenage boy's ass, and she went for it. And that was only like 3 years ago.
Oh man.
So
yeah,
she is a legend.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what I most remember her for? And it's so stupid, but I was a child of the 80s, and I grew up with the facts of life. And when Mrs. Garrett's character went away, got married, or whatever happened to her, Cloris Leachman took over the role as her sister, Beverly.
Yeah, and that's when, and that was when, wasn't George Clooney?
Mm-hmm. He was the handyman.
And that was when he showed up. Yeah. And they had that store that I wanted to live in.
Oh, I know. I can't remember what it was called. Over Our Head or something like that.
Oh yeah, Over Our Heads. I think.
Yeah,
I think that was.
It was like
my God,
Spencer's, like I don't like what Hot Topic back then would be. I think it was like they had like all the kitschy shit, but all the cool stuff. And yeah, I'm with you. I totally wanted to live there too. But that's like my childhood memory of Cloris Leachman, was just her in that role. And the show became like really hokey as the girls got older, but she made it just so enjoyable.
She was just stunning too. Like her hair, she just looked beautiful. I always thought she just was classy, even though she really was crass as hell, and I loved it. But I was on Twitter today, and I ended up tweeting Diedrich Bader had tweeted about her passing, and because they had starred together in the Beverly Hillbillies movie with Jim Varney, and he had talked about her and saying, goodbye, Granny. And I replied back, because I love that movie, but I was like, yeah, no one talks about this show she did with Harvey Korman called The Nut House, which was this show that was on in the 80s on NBC. I never missed it. And it was just funny, because she did her German foreign accent thing, and she was always lusting after Harvey Korman in it. And it was really awkward. And it was amazing. And he liked the tweet, and and it was great, because then Jim Morrison came in on there and said, tagged Molly Hagan on it, who was in the show with her. But I mean, she just was always funny and could hold her own with the guys, and oh my gosh. And no matter how, the older she got, she just still had it. She was always with it. And I just absolutely loved her. And it's just, I mean, she died in her sleep. And I mean, if you're going to go out,
that's a good
way to go, Yeah. So, God bless Cloris Leachman.
She always seemed like the kind that you wanted to hang out with. And that if you did get the chance to hang out with her, she would just be like super cool. You could like hang out and have a beer with her and just like shoot the shit with her. And she could hold her own with you. And
oh man, yeah, and it was Chris Landon who directed Scout's Guide, and he also is the one that wrote and directed, I think at least one of them, the Happy Death Day movies. He was talking about her and just how she lived up to all his expectations.
Nice.
You know, like she was, you know, and I love her so much. And, you know, everybody's talking about Young Frankenstein because that's, you know, she's going to always be Frau Blucher.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I always compared her with Betty White. Like those two women, they're just so badass. And they're just, you know, they had such, you know, just long careers and such huge fan bases and such huge followings. And they never put on airs. They were just true to who they were. And I think that's, you know, why so many people loved both of them. Or I shouldn't say loved in regards to Betty White because she's still with us, but
don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, but also it's great to see these older women who were able to hold their own and we're still with it, you know, like a lot, you know, I think it has a testament to the craft of acting that and just it helps you, you know, when you're memorizing lines and you have to be on, you know, like on it, it helps you retain. I mean, Betty White is still acting. Cloris Leachman still has stuff that she's releasing. So that's coming out after her death. It's amazing to me. You know, she was 94. Betty White's like almost 100.
Yeah,
and
it's about,
and I literally was just her birthday. So it's pretty awesome to have that legacy and show that. I think that's amazing.
Absolutely. So, I absolutely agree.
Good job, Cloris Leachman. So let's talk Monsterverse and let's talk Godzilla. So I'm gonna pop this up here. Let's see here. I'm gonna see if it lets me screen share because we have things to talk about. So let's see here. We're gonna start with the 2014 movie, if I can do it. Hold on just a minute. But let's just talk about it first, and then we'll move on. So with this film, we got a return. It was like, I don't think there had been another movie. There had not been another American movie past the Matthew Broderick thing.
Right.
That I almost died going to in New York at the time. That would have been what a wasteful death.
Exactly.
So the Matthew Broderick movie kind of pissed off Toho and company with how they treated the franchise. So it was years before we got another, you know, they trusted America with this property. Right. And so we got Godzilla 2014. And Gareth Edwards, who went on to direct one of the better Star Wars movies, Rogue One, directed this movie. And looking back on it, I see Godzilla 2014 sort of as your Zack Snyder entry in the franchise. Because if you look at the style of that film, it looked kind of almost like there was a sheen of grain to it. Like it seemed like there was, I guess it was to show, you know, I guess his thoughts were maybe to the radiation and sort of taint everything, I guess. I don't, you know, I didn't like the 2014 Godzilla.
I wasn't a big fan of it either.
And a lot, because mainly one of the main reasons was I want Godzilla in my Godzilla movie. Not asking a lot. Things in the title. But also so this is my story of Godzilla 2014. When that was getting ready to come out, when I still worked for Horror Hound. But at the time, I was really excited. I'm like, oh man, look at this Bryan Cranston led movie with Godzilla, and oh my god, this could be awesome. So I was working with the studio at the time to cover it, and I'm like, we want to cover this movie, we want to blitz it, we want to interview the lead actor, Bryan Cranston. And that was when the studio comes back to me and goes, oh, he's not the lead. I'm like,
you're like, okay, really?
What?
Yeah,
because you have him narrating the trailer, you have him predominantly in the trailer.
Yeah.
Who's the lead? And they're like, oh, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I'm like, oh, Kick-Ass? Kick-Ass is your lead in your Godzilla movie?
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So of course, and this is not spoilery at all because the movie's been out for like 7 years at this point.
Exactly.
But they kill off Bryan Cranston in the most unceremonious way ever at the beginning, like within 15, 20 minutes of the movie. Like, let's get rid of our best actor.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Aaron Taylor Johnson ends up spending the entire movie doing this. Or
it's all about the facial acting.
And I interviewed Aaron Taylor Johnson for this movie. And it was quite possibly the most uninterested.
I was going to say boring.
Well, it wasn't boring. It was almost like I had to go, Aaron, come back.
Oh,
come back, Aaron. It's okay. We're not done. He acted so disinterested in everything.
Oh.
And bored. And I'm talking to him about, I'm trying to talk to him about the movie, and he basically affirmed that he just was like, oh, I'm just standing there looking off. That's
okay.
You look over here. Wow. There's a monster. And I'm just like.
So they got rid of Bryan Cranston for him. Just like making faces. Okay.
And what's even creepier if you think about it is, and it's funny because it happens in the comic books, is that he's Quicksilver and he's married to Scarlet Witch. And in the comics, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver and the Ultimates get it on.
Oh.
And they're brother and sister.
Oh. Okay. Well, that explains the facial thing.
Yeah. So that movie is your first crossover with the Marvel films and casting the Marvel movies that happens. So the 2014 Godzilla, it split fans. People were really just happy that there was a new Godzilla movie.
Right.
But they, like me, were like, I want Godzilla in my Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that I really liked about this movie was the fact that they got Ken Watanabe in it to play Dr. Serizawa, who is, there's, as far as I know, I don't think they ever confirmed anything about him actually being related to the original Dr. Serizawa from the original Godzilla film. I know that they used the last name, and they also named him after the director of the Godzilla movies from the original Godzillas. But so I really loved his character. I loved how it was a nod to the original film.
Right.
Ken Watanabe is an amazing actor.
Yeah.
So, but the thing with that movie was, I think Gareth Edwards was trying to do the less is more approach, and it doesn't work. It's a goddamn kaiju movie.
Exactly. I just remember my husband and I and the kids went, and I was all about it. I was like, hell yeah, Godzilla. And I remember, like, maybe mid-film, my son just like freaked out and started crying. And I'm like, why are you crying? He's like, I'm scared. And I'm like, of what? So he distracted me, and I'm just like, damn it. I'm like, this is why I can't have nice things. So I'm just like, the whole watching experience, like you said, I wanted Godzilla. I wanted him in my face. And,
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a horrible movie, but I think I was just expecting a lot more from it.
Well, the thing is, I get what he was trying to do, but this isn't Jaws.
Yeah,
Jaws
exactly.
is a movie where less is more. You can use your brain to make it, figure it out. But this is a multi-million-dollar, big budget kaiju film,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to have Godzilla in your Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
I get the cool cutaways, like, oh look, we'll look at the battle between the Motus and Godzilla on the little TV, and it's going on outside. It's like, no,
It's like we want monsters like right here. We want to see them.
Yeah, that's the point. So that's when I was really excited. Thanks for bringing Godzilla back. Gareth. That yay! I get what you're trying to do, but that's not what we're here for. I'm not here to look at Kick-Ass going. I'm here to scream, kick his ass as Godzilla.
Yeah, exactly.
Monster. So next in line we have Skull Island.
Mm-hmm.
And Skull Island with King Kong, we knew it was coming. They had hinted at it. And, you have Jordan Vogt-Roberts, who is a fantastic director with a fantastic beard, who is now going to be directing the new Metal Gear Solid movie. He hadn't really done anything like big.
Mm-hmm.
He hadn't done anything massive like this, but he took the reins of Skull Island, and he did what we wanted in Godzilla.
Yeah.
Which is he gave us Kong, like Unleashed. We got all the Kong. And we've got a watch reviewer. Hi, watch reviewer. I don't know who you are. Feel free to chat. But we got Kong, and one thing that I love that he did was he not only did with that movie, he built upon the Monarch storyline and did the fact that these all were connected and there was all of these monsters. But the thing that he did that I really liked was he did what the original Godzilla did, which was use the monsters and the story as a metaphor for something very serious and true, which is war, how it transforms people, PTSD, the whole thing, and how it's wasteful.
Right.
And I really loved how they did that. And God damn, Sam Jackson was amazing in that movie.
Yeah.
And I love I loved how he used Kong with fire, and he used that whole thing like it was the Apocalypse Now visuals and stuff, and just an amazing flick. And then you have another entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe where you have not just two of them, but three people. You've got Brie Larson, you've got Sam Jackson, and you've got Tom Hiddleston now, and they are in this. I really loved Skull Island. I just rewatched it again and was just reminded of just how beautiful the whole Kong look was, and how his eyes were just, they did such an amazing job with that.
Absolutely. And I have to say, if I have to pick one, Kong, I'm with you. Kong is my choice.
He's my boy.
Oh my God. I just remember the original, and I can't watch it. It makes me cry. It's like Frankenstein.
God, I can't.
So yeah, I mean, Godzilla's kind of a tragic character too, but when it comes down to it, Kong, he's like, yeah.
One moment. Please keep talking about Kong while I deal with my dog.
But anyway, if anybody else is watching, feel free to pipe in. Let us know which side you favor. Like I was saying, Kong to me, I saw the original as a child. My parents were big monster movie fans, and so they exposed me to the genre early in life. And King Kong he just pulled at the frickin' heartstrings.
Every version of it.
Yes. He's just done so fucking wrong, and it's heartbreaking. I'm just like, really?
Well, and that's the thing is I love the Beauty and the Beast storyline so much, but Kong, they really nailed it with the Skull Island, because we're invading his place, his home. We have no right to be there.
No, he's not coming out with fuck our shit up, but we have to go and fuck his up.
Yeah, and it's the same. We take him out of there. That's why I love the original is always going to be a classic, always. Yeah. But the one with Jessica Lange and Jeff Bridges, Charles Grodin, Rene Auberjonois. If you've never seen it, go watch it. I think it's on Amazon Prime. I remember, I think they had it like a mini series on NBC at one time. They cut it up because it was so long. But but that was such a big deal because, Rick Baker is in the suit and it's a real guy, Kong. And, it was an oil company that went there to take the oil, but it wasn't, the whole thing was the oil was unusable. So they end up just taking Kong because they can make money off of Kong. Oh, yeah. And I don't know how much more metaphor you want.
How much more can you get? I mean, it's like, it's black. I mean, no pun intended, but it's black and white in that metaphorical sense,
Yeah. Yeah. And it's such a great story. And I love just how they built it in that movie. He did such an amazing job with just creating this beautiful, epitome of nature within him. Right. So then we move on from that. And at the end, we have there's more than one, and they have the whole Hollow Earth theory. Hey, Epic Zombie Killer. So let's see here. Hi, how are you? We're doing well. So then you move on to King of the Monsters. And at the end of Kong Skull Island, we've established that Monarch is getting their funding. They've got their proof that there was really something that happened. They're going to continue looking into this. And then you see that they have Rodan, they have Mothra, Ghidorah, depending on how you want to say it. Right. And so with King of the Monsters, we get everything. Yes. And that is thank you, Mike Doherty. Mike Doherty is the man.
Yes. Yes, he is.
And I interviewed him for that movie. And I want to say I interviewed Jordan for King Kong. I think I've hit every director. But Mike was fantastic because we really drilled into the whole imagery that he created. And that's why I'm like, Gareth Edwards' film was great. But what when you think about a Godzilla film and you think about those Toho movies, you're thinking of color. You're thinking of
it's
big,
all
bright, in your face.
Orgasms.
Yeah. And so that's why I thought King of the Monsters, that's my porn. That was so good.
It's gorgeous. Yeah.
And we talked about the fact that each of the monsters represented a different element. Like, Rodan was fire, Godzilla was water, Mothra was air, Ghidorah was something else, because the Ghidorah was alien in origin. So it didn't so we'll just do lightning, instead of breathing fire, this is a dragon that breathes lightning, and it's something foreign and different and not supposed to be here. And he brought so many aspects of so many cool things with that. Like, not only did he put Rick Sanchez into the Monsterverse with Rick Stanton, which I almost died when I saw Bradley Woodford with that hair, and like, his name's Rick. I was dying. Like, yes, I've got Rick Sanchez in real life. This is fantastic. But I love the elemental aspects. I loved how he tied it all together. I love Charles Dance being a badass pimp. And the whole thing was great. And just, there was so many good things. And then the whole scene with Ken Watanabe sacrificing himself and, being there to unleash Godzilla at the end, and the whole thing with goddamn Mothra. Oh, fuck you, Mothra. How dare you? You make me cry.
I know.
Every time Mothra makes me cry. It's if it's not Kong, it's not Kong, it's Mothra.
Yeah.
But they did the little subtle things too with that, which I really liked, which was they snuck in the whole twins and Mothra, real subtle. That was really, really cool. They snuck in again the Serizawa thing. They had the oxygen depleter in there, or destroyer. Everything was good. Dory was a massive Godzilla fan already, and you could tell that there was somebody that knew their shit when they wrote
exactly. This. That's what I was going to say. You could tell it was made by somebody who was a Godzilla fan, just because of the attention to detail paid to each character, and just it was kind of over the top, but not too over the. It was what we wanted, I think, after the 2014.
It was a good balance.
Yeah, and it was just so pretty. It was. I mean, it's just so, like you said, it's beautifully done. It's beautifully crafted. It's nothing. Going back to the original Godzilla movies, where you had the rubber suits and you had like Godzuki rushing around. But I digress. But it's definitely a beautiful, beautiful film, and again, you can tell it's made by somebody who appreciates the whole story of Godzilla and that whole universe.
I'm waiting for them to have a character that has a pager that they hit the button and Godzilla shows up. And I think that would be hilarious. Sorry, I had to point at something.
Okay. I'm like,
but I really, I'm waiting for that to happen. I think that would be hilarious. Nice little nod. But I really just love the fact that they took the time. It was exactly what we wanted. It was serious, but not that serious. I mean, you did have Rick Sanchez in there. You had this beautiful fight scenes. Just gorgeous. They did them just really, really nice. And then you had just great actors. Like, the quality of actors that they're getting in this is just amazing. I'm not talking just Millie Bobby Brown. I'm talking like, you have Charles Dance. You've got just high quality, like Ken Watanabe. You've got these guys that are like name actors coming into your Godzilla movies. I think it's funny. Bryan Cranston did the first movie because he was a huge Godzilla fan.
Oh.
Okay. And he's like, I'm not going to do this if we're just going to be making fun of shit. And but they ended up, no, it's not we're not making fun of crap. We're actually seriously taking this to heart. And I like that they did that. And I like that they, I mean, come on, Skull Island. you have King Kong tear a tree out of the forest floor and just whip the branches off of it and use it to beat him, dude. And I'm like, oh my God, this is fantastic. I am here for this. But so, I mean, they really set a bar high with that film. You know, we were way up there. So now we have Godzilla versus Kong, which is the thing that we've been waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've been leading to this. Now they're saying that this is going to be the last entry in the Monsterverse, but I don't believe that.
I don't think
so. And there's too many people that are wanting, like, you know, people are talking about Baragon. They're talking about all these other kaiju that they want to see on screen. And this movie, the big thing is a lot of people are talking about Mechagodzilla, which it could be Mechagodzilla. I know they've got a toy that they released about it, but the thing that a lot of people may or may not have remembered is there was a Mechaghidra.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the last movie, in the post-credit sequence, we get that shot of Tywin Lannister coming and getting the severed head of Ghidra. Also, I gotta do a shout out to Ghidra. I rewatched King of the Monsters just recently, and I forgot how funny it was that each head had its own personality.
Right.
Like, there's the stupid one that was licking the bodies, and then the other one's like, "Stop that! Be a man! Stop licking the bodies." So the left one was kind of the dopey one, the middle one was the boss, and the right one just kind of was there, I guess. But the severed head of Ghidra was recovered by Charles Dance, and there's a you know, it could go either way. It could go 50-50 that you have a Mechaghidra that's what they're going to be fighting against, because you know what's going to happen. They're going to partner up at the end. That's going to happen.
Exactly.
But the other thing is there's this whole debate about, in the trailer, Godzilla is Godzilla smaller, or is Kong? How did they get Kong so big? And there's a couple of theories. And one of them is the fact that in Skull Island, Kong is a baby.
Yeah, he was an adolescent, so he could still grow. We didn't know. You know?
Well, yeah, and if you remember in like the skull, what do you call them? The skull diggers or skull crawlers or something like that. You have the bodies of Kong's parents, the skeletons there laying out. They're huge. So there's a very good chance that that's part of the reason why Godzilla is equal in size to Kong, is he's a titan.
Oh yeah.
And we've flashed forward 50 years, 60 years now, and in the story, and you're seeing him full size.
Right.
But then there's also the fact that it could not be Godzilla. It could be a clone of Godzilla that Tywin Lannister's group was able to. I'm just going to call him Tywin Lannister. I think his name's Jonah or something. But you have the fact that he could have created his own kaiju using that head, or he could be Mechagodzilla with the skin. There's a few different things. I love trying to figure it out. That's part of the fun for me. And I don't want to spoil it. It's in the trailer you can freeze frame certain things and see stuff, and there's definitely something mechanized. We don't know what it is because they edited that trailer. Ill. That thing was
like, we're gonna tease you, but fuck you. You're gonna have to go see the movie to find out what it is.
My self-censor, but I love the trailer is continuing that visual aesthetic of you've got, even in the let's see here. Let's see if I can do this and share my screen. Share screen. Let's see here. Application window. Share. So if we go in here and let's see here. Where am I at? So if you look at this, and you see the poster, it's doing that thing where Kong is represented. Can you see that? Is that on screen?
Yeah, I've got my glasses on. They're kind of helping my eyeballs, but yeah, I can see it.
So if you look at it, you got the water representation with the blue of Godzilla, and then you have that fire with Kong again. So it's continuing that aesthetic, which I really, really, really love. And, I was going to be really depressed if we didn't get this damn movie this year. I mean, I've been so down. I didn't realize until I saw that trailer how much I miss that feeling, how much I miss movies,
Yeah.
And that I actually cried.
I was on the brink of tears myself, because it just gives us something to be excited about after all this time of not being excited about anything.
Well, and I'm like, the last time, we'll get more into the details of it, but I wanted to talk about this because people are just blown away that like the trailer got in like 24 hours, 9 million views. Yeah. I'm not amazed by that. Probably like 50 of them are me. but it's like the last time we have had a big movie experience that like something big, like some truly popcorn loving, bring a bunch of people together that are huge fans experience was Endgame.
Okay.
Think about that. Think of how long ago that was.
Yeah.
And in the interim, you've had the pandemic, you've had Black Panther die, so Chadwick Boseman died, who was an integral part of why Endgame was so amazing. I mean, I remember, and if you really want to cry and just feel yourself like die a little inside, go out and to YouTube and watch and listen to the audience reaction recording of the in-game sequence of when everybody shows up. And when Black Panther and his girls show up, and they walk through that portal, the entire theater just starts screaming. And you just when Cap hears, "Hey Cap, we're here," in his headset, and you see that look on Chris Evans' face, like, what? And then everybody starts showing up. I cried.
Yeah.
Because it's been so long since we've had like that shared experience of something that big. And you realize, God, man, what we lost with this, because it's just like conventions, you fans and geeks need more. We need fans and geeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
And fuck the people as we are. We still have that camaraderie, and we need that connection. We like geeking out with other people. I miss talking to you because, like about this kind of stuff and geeking out about it. And so when this came and we got to see, oh my God, look at that.
Yeah.
Is that real? Is that? And then they moved the damn thing by a week. I'm like, they moved it. I will fucking rain fire everybody if this movie gets moved more than another week. I will end you all. Oh my God. So, but that's the thing. And so this has given us something, reminded us what we love. That's why Bob Briggs is such a big deal, because we all get together on Twitter and watch the last drive-in all together, coming together. And that's why, man, I'm not joking. If you go back and watch that on YouTube, it's, they've edited the sound. Somebody recorded the audience reactions to that, and you feel that, group effect. So when this came out, everybody freaked out, and everybody's like talking about it now. We're trying to figure out the plot points, and you got Alexander Skarsgård being Alexander Skarsgård. Sorry. But you've got him in there. You've got new characters, like that kid from freaking the Hunt for the Wilderpeople is now showing up in everything. And he was in everybody knows him from Deadpool, but I knew him from Hunt for the Wilderpeople before he was in that. So his name is Gillian Dennison. Okay. And Kyle Chandler's back. Of course, Millie Bobby Brown's back. Mm-hmm. And it just looks, and also Zhang Zi is coming back because she's the two twins.
Right.
So, and this time I'm really, really excited because Adam Weingart is directing it. And Adam Weingart, if you know of this amazing movie called The Guest, mm-hmm. With Dan Stevens. You got to say it like that. You can't not Dan Stevens. If you see The Guest, you'll know why you need to say it like that.
Right. I've seen it.
You know what I mean.
I get you.
Yeah. So Dan Stevens and The Guest was a big old love letter to John Carpenter, mm-hmm. to the point that they actually had the masks from Halloween 3 in the decor and everything, and the music and the fonts and the whole thing. So Adam Weingart, who hasn't done a massive giant monster movie or anything like that, I think he did. I have to cheat and look because I want to make sure. Yes, he did the Blair Witch movie. He did the Death Note movie, but he also did You're Next. So he's done small movies. They're not big films. And so now he's got Godzilla versus Kong. So the guy's got a fantastic eye for visuals. Like he's really good at cinematography and really good at creating a style and a look. Right. So, and that's why I'm really happy to see that he's continuing that that aesthetic from King of the Monsters. In one moment.
And again, I think that's important because that's what the people who are going to watch this movie are going to want. Exactly. Again, the Godzilla movies are just, like I said, they're just eye-gasmic, because you want to see the detail and you're looking at like every little detail of the monster design and every little detail of the battles that take place. So for somebody that has the expertise and the eye that he does, I think he'll execute it very, very well. And I think people will appreciate his effort.
Oh yeah. And I mean, like the style that they've done with this too, like with the whole, his tail lights up in sections and then goes up his spine before he does the breath. Like the whole thing they've done with just the music and the look. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, look at the neon and then you've got these other new characters that are coming into it that you don't know anything about, which is really exciting. And like, you've got Ren Serizawa is the name of the character, and I'm almost 99.9% sure he's the guy you see in front of all the technical stuff that looks like the inside or a place that operates the mecca of whatever it is.
Okay.
And so with that last name, he either is Ken Watanabe's character's son or somehow related. So the Serizawa name is continuing, which is good. I'm very excited about that. You've got Rebecca Hall, who is another as a female scientist. It's nice to have that representation in these, along with Alexander Skarsgård, who's he is a he's part of Team Kong, like we're about. So you've got Team Kong, and then you've got Godzilla's people who are trying to figure out why he's attacking, and you don't know if it's him attacking himself, like if he's doing that, or if he's being controlled, or what's going on. So I'm really excited to see how they go with this, and what the whole deal is. The one thing that I'm really excited about too is that Max Borenstein is continuing to write these, and he's the guy that wrote Godzilla, Kong, Skull Island, King of the Monsters. He's the guy that's been writing these from the first new 2014 movie. So that's a good thing to see that they're going to have the continuity.
Right.
And then today they just announced that we're going to be getting a Kong anime on Netflix.
Yep.
And I am stupidly excited. And the reason I'm really excited about that is because if you haven't watched it, there is a Godzilla anime. It's 2 parts on 2 feature-length parts on Netflix. It's absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
And I love like the style that they use on their anime, like with Castlevania. But I just love Kong so much that I'm glad to see him getting some love.
Exactly.
My boy.
I know.
My boo. I love you. I love you.
Yeah, so Funko has no worries because you and I will be fucking grabbing those Funkos up as soon as we can.
Oh my god, yeah. So I gotta share this the Funko. Let's show the Funko because I'm so screwed. So let's see here. Oh nope, that's not the one. Hold on just a second. Where are you at? So this was one thing I did want to show was that the and King of the Monsters with the different posters that they made to showcase them. I really love that.
Those are beautiful.
I really love it. Let's see, where did I put those? Hold on just a second. There they are.
Yay! Oh, how cute they are.
Look how pissed off they are. They've got both faces. And then they've got keychains too. I'm just so happy. And this one looks like
angry faces.
Look at their little pissed off faces. And jumbo size that are going to be at Walmart only.
Okay.
But I love, and now here's something interesting. Have you noticed the red eyes of Kong?
Yes.
And he's got this, I'm here for Thor Kong. I have said this many times. So I'm wondering if this is some sort of, this looks like he's actually, the more I look at this, let's see if I can make it bigger. The more I look at this, it looks like he's got actually a scale ripped off of Godzilla that's attached to a bone.
Oh.
See that?
Yeah.
That's a Godzilla
I didn't
scale.
notice that before. That totally looks like that's what it is.
And this is from a stupid pop. It's so goofy. So I'm like, wait a minute, that's a Godzilla scale. What the shit? So yeah, and he's got a bone here. So I don't know where the bone came from. But yeah, and that's the thing that's absorbing Godzilla's breath, nuclear breath blast in the trailer, which makes sense that would be able to absorb that because that's where it comes from. I love their pissed faces. They're so pissed off.
He's so mad.
Anyway, he's so mad. Oh, he got scratched up. Sorry, people. I love these though. These are the big ones. And I want them.
Yes.
This is, and the reason they look like this is because this is the neon fight. See, they're neon. Like he's got the purple sheen to him, and he's got more of the blue. Yeah. This is because, like they said, the Jumbo City Lights Kong figure, and this one goes in the dark. This is where they get all your money. It's because they do all of these exclusives.
Yeah. I know what I'm going to have to waste my husband's money on now.
Yeah, that's same here. I already pre-ordered the Dracula film pop. So
I was going to ask because I need those too.
I hate you, Funko.
I know Funko ruins my life.
Yeah,
all the damn time.
They're just anyway. But so the new film looks amazing. I'm really excited about what they're going to do with it. The thing that just gets me is the fact that everybody just was in unison geeking out about this. And it made me happy. It made me feel like, we have something to look forward to.
Unity.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
The geek unity. It's like, yay. That's what we've needed.
And also, I would really love to see this in IMAX. I'm not going to get to see it in IMAX because I can't go to the theater until probably next year. It's probably going to be the truth of the matter. But it just looks so great, and fans have something now to grasp onto, and we're finally getting, what sucks is, we kept getting told, oh, this movie's coming now, this movie's coming out. Like literally Candyman has been moved.
Oh yeah.
Probably 4 times, if not 5. And they've now moved more. I'm so pissed.
I was going to bring that up. So now we're not going to get it until what, next year? Supposedly?
Maybe. This is my disgusted face.
No, I'm with you.
I wanted my Morbius.
I know.
Mad. I'm so mad. I was like, actually, because I just reached out to the studio to start doing coverage for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then literally the next fucking day.
Oh, dude. That.
I'm so mad. So mad.
I don't blame you.
But Godzilla vs. Kong they are dedicated now. They've moved it 1 week and they can't move it again because HBO Max probably has a contract with them.
It's like, if you move it, we're going to send people after you.
Yeah, I know.
Damn it. But
Crusher and low blow, we're here. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm very excited. I can't wait. I'm glad we're getting Funko Pops. I'm glad it's something to look forward to. We needed this. This. And after the year we've had, and even if this is the only big movie that we get, at least we get this one. And it's not going to be, because HBO Max is going to be the place where we get Suicide Squad. That's coming because they have that deal with DC and Warner Brothers. And they've got like a bunch of good movies coming to that. But now we just have to wait for the new Suicide Squad trailer.
Right.
By Peter Capaldi.
I'm still waiting for Venom 2.
Oh, yeah.
For reasons.
Is it for reasons? I'm still saying they missed a big opportunity not having Juliette Lewis play Carnage's girlfriend.
Oh, that would have been freaking cool.
Awesome.
That would have been
Mallory Wright again.
Yeah. That would have been fantastic.
I would have died. I started that campaign like when I heard that they were having. I'm like, oh wait, he's gonna have a girlfriend. No.
Mickey and Mallory together again. That would have been awesome.
That would have been great.
People should listen to you, Jessica.
I'm getting pretty good with the casting. If I wish really hard, things happen.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm still peeved that they kept what's her face's Eddie Brock's girlfriend though. What's her name?
Oh yeah. What?
Boring. Michelle Williams, is it?
Oh, Michelle Williams. Yep. Yeah.
I don't. Because she got to be Josh Hartnett's girlfriend in H2O, and she gets to be the girlfriend of all the cute boys, but she's so fucking, she's fucking boring. She doesn't have any. She's just like flat. So I don't understand. I don't understand the casting of her and things, but she gets casted in some pretty damn cool projects.
Oh my God, that's so funny. There's nothing
So yeah,
personal.
Michelle Williams, if you're watching, I'm fucking jealous of you.
There's no personal vendetta there. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like her on Dawson's Creek either.
I will tell you guys, I did do a review of it, but I will tell you, I absolutely love right now is Carey Mulligan. And if you
Mhm.
haven't seen Promising Young Woman, go.
I'm meaning to.
Oh, the only thing I have to warn you about, and I do it throughout the review, it is not a horror movie.
Okay.
What they're kind of advertising it as.
Mhm.
It's not a horror movie. It's a very dark, black comedy, not mixed with a thriller, and it's hard to describe, which is why they're probably struggling to advertise it. But
Okay.
it's not a horror film,
Okay.
but it will F you up.
So it's disturbing. Like
It's
just
it's
darkly.
it's disturbing in that it's and I don't normally say trigger
Mhm.
on things, but this definitely could trigger people that have had an assault
Okay.
or had anything like a physical assault, sexual assault, anything like that.
Mhm.
Uh, that's there's no surprise that that is the core of what this movie is about and the ramifications of it.
Okay.
Um, and they kind of make it out like she's out there killing men and cutting their dicks off after all this stuff that's happened, but that's not at all what's going on.
Okay. Because I've heard mixed things, and they're trying to make it sound like it was a lighter version of like Last House on the Left, or I Spit on Your Grave, or something along those lines.
Nothing like that in it. I mean,
Okay.
she goes out there, she goes out to the bars and she's pretends to be drunk, but she's not out killing people. It's more
Mhm.
like she's freaking them out and calling them out on their shit.
Okay.
Um, and there's some just really dark stuff in the midst of all of it,
Okay.
and she is so good. Carey Mulligan is so good, and she's kind of a chameleon because she changes her appearance depending on where she's going.
Uh-huh.
And man,
Well, that sounds like something I would totally
I
dig. So
you
I
would
will.
love this because
Okay.
it covers the whole rom-com thing too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so I highly recommend that movie. And the next one I want to see is Freaky.
I
I
want
have
to see that too. Yeah.
it's finally on Vudu, so I'll be able to hopefully rent it. I also want to see that new Batman, Soul of the Dragon animated movie.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Well, I just started watching on HBO Max. HBO Max is basically DC Universe now. All the stuff
Mhm.
Universe is going over there. So they have Superman Red Sun on
Oh,
DC Universe now, which has Jason Isaacs as Superman.
okay.
He's a Russian Superman. Where
Mhm.
what if basically if Kal-El had landed in Russia,
Right.
and I never thought I would see Superman destroy with his heat vision Stalin, but
Oh,
that happens.
okay.
And Wonder Woman's a lesbian, and it's an animated movie, and it's wow. And I'm only halfway through, but it's wow for a
Huh.
cart for the I love DC's animated stuff. They nail them when they
Right.
and this is no different. It's very dark. It's very well done. They got super good actors in it,
Okay.
and just fantastic stuff. I love what ifs too. I love those. I wish they'd do the pirate Batman one where he's
That would
led
be cool.
with the
Yeah.
man and I still have that comic. I originally got the first one when I was like a teenager, and I still have it. It's one of my
Oh,
favorites.
wow.
But yeah, so thank you, Barb.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
This was fun. We need to do this.
Absolutely. I've missed your face. We have to do this more often.
We do. And we actually had people watching, which was nice.
Thanks, people watching.
I think Epic Zombie Killer left because we weren't talking to them about Walking Dead. They always talk about Walking Dead. Soon, it's coming. It's coming. The new.
I can't say that I'm excited.
They better not have Maggie kill Negan, or I'm gonna just napalm, burn, fire, God and everybody. Just no. What is interesting though is like Robert Patrick's coming on the show, and there's all kinds of cool new people.
Okay.
I'll watch Robert Patrick in anything.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, I kind of fell off of the Walking Dead wagon for a while. So I've been kind of with the Carol and Daryl spinoff or whatever they're talking about doing. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. The thing is, they should have done all of this about 5 years ago.
Exactly.
Exactly. Because we're in the middle of a plague.
Yeah.
People don't want to watch a plague on TV, even I don't know how well the ratings are for The Stand right now, but I can't imagine there's a lot of people wanting to watch Captain Trips happen in real time while Captain Trips is
It's like, hey, honey, let's sit and watch something that's really going on.
Yeah, let's watch a play. Turn on CNN and you got it. Anyway. All right. Well, Barb, thank you so much. You awesome.
Thank you.
I miss you.
Well, I'm going to applaud you back if you. There are my hands somewhere. Yay!
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching and sticking with us. I hope you enjoyed our discussion about the Godzilla films. Hope you learned a couple of things about the Godzilla films, and never forget that Kong is king.
Right.
Thank you guys. Good night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.